In 2022, I watched The Last Reformation. I watched all the documentaries by Torben. I believe it was the end of the late part of 22. I was watching those documentaries. I remember Torben saying some of the documentaries about we don't know what it is that we can do based on the book of Acts. We don't know what it is that we can do. And that just resonated in my spirit, because what can we do? We don't know what we can do. So that prompted me to study the book of Acts. And as I began to go through the book of Acts, I know that the Lord was putting it in my mind, like I need to make notes of what it is that the early church did after they received the Holy Spirit. So I did that. Long story short, that turned into me writing a book, going through the book of Acts, just pointing out what they did, what they went through, what they were capable of, all of that. I copyrighted it. I got an editor. I was offered, someone suggested an affordable editor. It took me a very long time once I finished the book trying to find someone to edit and publish it. Well, a friend of mine, published a couple books through this company, and that friend of mine published those books, and she said, hey, these guys will do it for you for an affordable price. There was my brother sponsored this book, but it was a whole testimony behind how he sponsored it. It was a little bit more than what he, gave me. I'm talking about a little bit more. So when the total came for the price on how much it would be, literally I had that much amount in my bank account to the dollar. So I knew this is what the Lord wanted me to do, because I literally had that exact amount. I'm talking about the dollar. So long story short, the editor has been great in as far as editing. But I knew it would be an issue. I just didn't give into it, give it any weight, because everything was fine until this man found out what the book was about. The joy in his voice deflated. Everything was fine until this man began to read the book. Not the person that signed me up, but the person that edited. Every chapter he edited, he would be more and more mean, more and more disrespectful, more and more dismissive. And it all bubbled up until yesterday. And I thought it was just him. And, a lot of people do not want to read Christian content. We live in this world, but we're not of this world, but we have to interact with people of the world every day. So a lot of people don't want to read Christian content. But it bubbled up yesterday when I'm asking him questions, trying to get the book published. He just out of the blue started being nice to me last week because he wanted an extra $4,000 to market the book. And they tried to trick me by saying him and another person, by saying different things like it's a holy book, you wanted to reach more people. And just, you could tell people pretend to be Christians. They literally were pretending to be Christians. I tolerated it for days. I tolerated it, and I said, no, I'm okay with that. For the next book, I will surely think about marketing. But for now, I just want what I paid for, and that's it. Yesterday was the height of his disrespect and dismissiveness as he called me worse than before in the monotone voice. And I'm like, sir, can you do me a favor? Like, I don't have time at my work. I don't have time to go over all this information. And he was like, all this information you're throwing at me. He's reading from the script and I'm like, sir, I don't have time to go over all this information. And he's like, listen carefully. This is what I'm going to say, and I'm going to say it again. I'm like, sir, I really am not appreciating your energy. You have been very disrespectful and rude, and I just want to tell you I don't appreciate it, and I'm really getting tired of the way you're speaking to me. He took a deep breath and he said, well, I'm tired of you too. I'm sick of you too. So I was like, I'm going to hang up the phone now. Because someone who's writing a Christian book should not act unchristlike. So I called the guy that signed me up for the book and I told him what happened. And he gave me another project manager, and one day everything was fine. She said, man, I got you, ma'am. It's great. 9 a.m. We're going to have a meeting. 9 a.m. comes. I called twice, sent an email, nothing. Crickets. So I thought back on Torben Sondergaard, and he published a book called 412 Days. The 412 days he spent in prison for the cause of Christ. And he faced opposition in getting that book released. Technical issues, a myriad of things. And so that's where I'm at. I don't have the money to fight the way a traditional person could fight. I got a copyright, but the point is to get the book released. It's not I didn't ask to write this book. It was a mandate. I didn't want to. I want to publish another book. That's another story. But I didn't ask for any of this. And so I understand clearly this is the opposition that I'm facing in regards to this. So, I'm going to call again and say, hey, this person you said was going to be great is ghosting me. Where's my book? Where's the call from the publisher? Where's all this? But I say I'd rather ask for prayer. Daniel prayed. Michael was able to break through. Colossians 2:15. Make a public display of them openly. If you get it, you get it. Public spectacle of them openly. God can take care of all of these issues without me having to do anything or call anybody or try to get what I paid for from these people. So that's where I'm at. Excel, Divine, these are the names of the company, parent company, and the publisher. Ray, Jacob, and Rosetta, the whole team. The book, shelves, what I paid for, what God told me to write, from there to where it's supposed to be. And that's the prayer request, because I'm exhausted. I can't fight. I don't have any weapons. I got the shield of faith, but I don't have any worldly weapons to fight people who are agents and who work for the kingdom of darkness. I can't fight them with their own weapons. I just don't have enough. So that's up to the Lord, but let me share this video, try to get it to the people who were inspired by God, who inspired me to write on this book in the Bible. So, that's what I can do. That's what I will do. All right. Thank you.